most unheralded Buffalo Bill has to be linebacker Manny Lawson. Last season, Manny was probably the second most important player behind Jerry Hughes. He finished 9th on the team in solo tackles with 38 and a total of 28 stops. But those numbers don't do him justice. He is a glue player that goes out and executes his assignment every play, which helps others make plays. He is the most unselfish guy on the team, a true leader by example. Lawson makes a lot of plays that won't make the highlights, but they are plays that coaches love. The following play is one of those plays. The Redskins are inside the 10-yard line, and they try running an outside zone play to the defense's right. The Bills counter with a run blitz. They have more guys to the play side than the offense has blockers. On the snap, you see Reed take the correct fire step to his left. Now it may seem like Hughes took himself out of position, but it's planned. The running back would typically cut it back inside because of the pressure by Lawson. That's where the free-roaming Hughes would make the play. Jordan Reed's weakness as a blocker is exposed by the veteran. Lawson has a perfect line of sight to read his key, the tight end, but still has a running back in his field of vision. He knows that Reed is attempting to reach block him, so he acts as if he is going to rush outside, but then as Reed is leaning, he cuts back inside and rips through the block. So here's the play in full. On the following play, the Bills are in their 3-4 defense versus the Dolphins. They motion tight end Jordan Cameron over to Lawson and try to run a power toss to his side. At first glance, it looks like Cameron has an easy down block on Lawson, while the guard and tackle pull and lead the play wide. But right before the snap, Lawson moves to a wide 9 technique. Now Cameron must execute a difficult reach block. Manny doesn't let that happen. He sets the edge, then disengages for the tackle. So here's the play in full. On this play, Lawson squeezes the gap and makes the run stop in the backfield. The Bengals align in a double tight formation to the defense's left. The right guard and tackle double team the defensive tackle. The extra lineman has Bryant aligned head up over him in what you call a 6 technique. Lawson is lined up just outside the tight end. He is the force player, the edge setter. Manny is reading the tight end. As the tight end blocks down, he knows the play is coming at him. So he takes a great angle to the ball, plows through the fullback to make the play. So here's the play in full. In the passing game, the 6'5 defender was one of the best coverage linebackers in the league. According to Pro Football Focus, he was targeted 22 times, allowed 20 receptions for 96 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Based on his 276 snaps in coverage, Lawson was the number 1 linebacker in the league, only allowing a catch every 13.8 snaps. Manny was used to disguise blitzes and coverages quite frequently. On this play, his versatility as a rusher and cover guy are utilized by Rex Ryan. Early in the play clock, Manny is lined up in the slot in what appears to be man coverage. As the play clock progresses, he changes into more of a pass rush posture. So is he blitzing or covering? Preston Brown then slides over and picks up the slot wide receiver, making it look like Lawson is going to blitz off the edge. Brady relays the new protection to the offensive line. The Bills only rush 3 defenders. They drop Hughes and Lawson into coverage. On the snap, Lawson and Hughes jam the innermost wide receivers who are running pick routes. The help by Lawson allowed the cover guys to stay with the wide receivers deep into their routes. Check out the play from the tight camera angle. Once Brown gets to his normal mic position, Lawson changes to a rush posture. Brown then kicks over to cover the slot wide receiver. So then Brady slides the protection to Lawson's side. This is typical Rex Ryan defense, disguising where the 4th rusher may come from and mixing coverages. Lawson and Hughes do a great job of rerouting the wide receivers. Their jam helped the covered defenders get into a good trail position, and it stopped the pick play from happening. Here's the play in full. The linebacker is one of the better read and diagnose players on the Bills. On this play, he is responsible for Stephen Ridley. He reads screen, takes a good angle to the back to cause a loss on the play. Manny Lawson flashes his range and change of direction capabilities on the next play. The linebacker picks off Fitzy to pretty much end the Jets' playoff hopes. The Jets are in a 3x1 wide receiver set. The Bills counter with their nickel package. Lawson is lined up over Brandon Marshall at the bottom of the screen. The Bills rush 4 and play cover 4 on the back end. On the snap, Lawson gets to his zone in the flats. No receiver enters his zone, so he turns his hips and gets more depth. Fitzy is hit as he throws, and Manny ends the Jets' season. Here's a play from the tight camera angle. The Bills are in a wide 9 look. Jerry Hughes and Marcel Darius run a stunt commonly referred to as a tech stunt, a tackle-end exchange. On the snap, Darius slams the tackle, and as the guard is chasing Marcel, Hughes loops over the top, but the guard resets well and stones Hughes. Darius uses his swim move on the tackle and puts a lick on Fitzy. So here's the play in full. On this play, the Bills are in man coverage and they rush Lawson off the edge. He is a former defensive end and used to line up opposite Mario Williams while at NC State, so he is able and willing to rush the passer. His long arms help him to control the hands of offensive linemen. In 2015, he only compiled 1 sack, 3 QB hits, and 4 QB hurries. At the line of scrimmage, the linebackers are trying to confuse Brady while he sets the protection. Lawson uses his long arms to get up under the lineman. The bull rush works, and he brings Brady down for the sack. So here's Lawson's only sack of the year. In the second matchup with the Pats, Rex and company focused their efforts in slowing down Danny Amendola. Lawson was matched up with the receiver 2 times, and he allowed 2 catches for 13 yards. Rex disguised the next play well. Lawson shows blitz off the edge, but he and Preston Brown actually worked together to bracket Amendola. The Pats like to run option routes with their slot wide receivers, so Rex focused on taking that short pass play away. Rex makes Brady think that the overload blitz is coming from the left. But on the snap, the Bills only rush 3 and Lawson drops to the hook to curl zone. He takes away the out route while Brown takes away the in-breaking route, so Brady has to throw the ball away. Here's the full play from the broadcast angle. On this next play, the Texans are in 12 personnel with 2 wide receivers to the field. The Bills bring out their 3-4 defense and they play cover 4. Lawson is aligned as the inside linebacker. On the snap, he carries the tight end down the seam and passes him off smoothly to the safety. Check out the communication between Darby and Brown. Darby alerts the backer that Hopkins may be crossing into his zone. Unfortunately, Hoyer pulls the ball down and gets the first anyways. Here's Manny running down the field with Tyler Eifert. Eifert only caught 1 catch on Manny for 6 yards. In the last game against the Jets, Lawson sniffed out this screen to Stephen Ridley. The Bills are in their 4-3 under defense. As the Jets motion, Lawson backs off the line of scrimmage. He quickly reads pass, then slides to his left while keeping an eye on Fitzy. Once he realizes the middle screen is developing, he closes and delivers a blow on the running back. So here's one of the biggest hits from 2015. Having been in the league since 2006, Manny senses screens earlier than most defenders. He is able to diagnose and blow the play up. The Pats try to confuse the linebackers here by motioning the wide receivers, but Manny isn't fooled for 1 second. The first 8 games of the season, Manny averaged 33 snaps a game. When the Bills began to transition to more of Rex's defense, Manny's snap count and production increased. From the Week 10 game against the Jets, he averaged 57 snaps a game. Of course, part of the reason was the injury to Nigel Bradham, but there is no doubt that Manny is a better fit in the 3-4 defense. If the Bills plan on playing more of a 3-4 look in 2016, they need to continue to utilize this player in various roles that he is accustomed to. He is a player that relishes the responsibilities, and he has the talent to back it up. I expect Manny Lawson to have a career year for the Bills in 2016.